Who really governs America? The U.S. government or the banks? Most people believe it's the government, but some say just follow the money trail and you'll see that the true ruler is actually Wall Street. Well, joining me now from Springfield, Illinois to share his views on this economic empire is Damon Vrabel, Army veteran, Harvard Business School grad, former Wall Street employee, writer, and economic philosopher. Hi there, Damon. I want to thank you so much for joining us. So you recently wrote a piece in which you said, quote, "It is clear that we do not live in a constitutional republic, but rather a financial empire where the Wall Street oligarchy rules not only our lives, but also the government we elect." Can you elaborate on that rather harsh statement there?
Sure. It is quite different than what we're trained to think from middle school and civics class. But a republic is built on communities of towns and counties and states. And that's not what we live in today. We live in an empire governed by Wall Street and DC together. It's a public-private partnership that operates for the benefit of each other.
Now you, Go ahead.
What most Americans don't realize is that we have no money unless we are in debt to someone else. So the collective public debt and private debt and corporate debt in the system is what gives us money. If nobody's in debt, then we have no money. There is no sovereign money that the United States pumps out to the people. And so that means the government itself is a customer of the banking establishment. If you're a customer, you're not in charge.
Now, you also say that the Federal Reserve and Wall Street, that's the real government of the United States. Now, RT has been covering the Fed and sort of possible investigations and audits into this institution. So I wanted to get your take on the role of the Federal Reserve in a possible economic recovery, if any.
The Federal Reserve should be disbanded along with the banking cartel that it creates, the Wall Street cartel. And that's the real power of it. It's not a public institution. It is a cartel of private banks on Wall Street, and they're all coordinated by the few controllers that sit behind the scenes. The Fed can't help us because all it can do is increase our debt position, which means we're going down a black hole, either towards a deflationary depression or hyperinflation, just like Weimar Germany.
But Damon, you know, the debate here seems to always be framed around socialism versus capitalism. What do you make of that?
Yeah, that's what everybody is focused on. The left promotes big government and the right promotes big business. But really, the system is not left versus right. It is left and right. And together, big business and big government work under the purview of the mega banks, the Fed cartel. And big business and big government working together is a governmental structure that's called fascism. And that's unfortunately what we're facing in the United States.
Now, you also make a list of how to change the status quo when it comes to this. Can you share some of that advice with us?
Number one issue is the federal government needs to issue sovereign money, United States money that is an asset to the people. Then it would be a medium of exchange that would serve the interests of the greater population of the people, instead of going into debt to the private bankers so that the people can only have money if we are in debt and under their control. The United States is supposed to be a sovereign, powerful government, and it should be able to issue asset money, just like the Constitution calls for, Article 1, Section 8.
Damon Vrabel, I do want to thank you very much for that analysis.